Have you ever heard the jungle whispers secrets while you sleep? They say that in the deepest part of the rainforest stands a tree so ancient it remembers when the stars were born. Only the bravest ever find it. But those who do discover that on the rainiest night of the year, it sings a song that changes everything. The smallest frog in the rainforest sat huddled beneath a leaf, shivering as heavy raindrops pounded down. This had been the wettest season anyone could remember. For 40 days and 40 nights, the rain had fallen without stopping. The river had swollen beyond its banks, familiar paths had turned to muddy streams, and everyone was miserable, especially the smallest frog. "Will it ever stop?" the tiny frog croaked, hopping to the edge of the leaf to peer at the gray sky. From above came a gentle laugh. "Of course it will, little one. The rain always stops eventually." Looking up, the small frog spotted a wise old toucan sheltering in the branches overhead. "But when?" asked the frog. "It's been raining forever." The toucan ruffled its colorful feathers. "Not forever, though I must admit this is the longest rain I've seen in many seasons." The bird tilted its enormous beak thoughtfully. "You know, there are stories about times like this." The frog hopped closer, intrigued. "What stories?" "They say that when the rain falls for too long, it's because the rain tree has forgotten how to sing." "What's a rain tree?" "The rain tree is the oldest tree in the jungle. It stands at the very center of our world, and it controls the weather with its songs. When it sings happily, the sun shines. When it hums softly, gentle rains fall to nourish the earth. But sometimes, the rain tree forgets its happy songs and can only remember sad ones, and then the rains don't stop." The frog considered this. If someone reminded the rain tree of its happy songs, would the rain stop? I suppose it might, but nobody knows exactly where the rain tree stands. Many have searched, but the jungle keeps its greatest treasures well hidden. The small frog made a decision right then. "I'm going to find the rain tree and remind it of its happy songs." The toucan's eyes widened. "That's a dangerous journey for one so small. The jungle is vast, and there are many creatures who might see you as a tasty snack." "But I'm tired of the rain," the frog insisted, "and I'm small enough to go where others can't. Will you help me start my journey?" The toucan considered the request. Despite its doubts, something about the little frog's determination was admirable. "Very well. The rain tree is said to grow where the morning sun first touches the jungle. Head east toward the rising sun and look for the tallest tree with leaves that shimmer even without light." Thanking the toucan, the small frog began hopping eastward through the downpour. The journey was difficult from the very start. Raindrops the size of the frog's head splashed everywhere. Tiny streams had become raging rivers. Mud made each hop treacherous. By midday, the exhausted frog took shelter beneath a cluster of mushrooms. "This is harder than I thought," the frog sighed. "What's harder than you thought?" asked a voice. The frog jumped in surprise. A jungle mouse peered out from behind the mushrooms, whiskers twitching curiously. "I'm trying to find the rain tree," the frog explained, "to ask it to stop the rain." The mouse's eyes grew wide. "The rain tree? My grandmother told stories about it. She said its roots reach to the center of the earth and its highest branches touch the clouds." "Do you know where it is?" the frog asked hopefully. The mouse shook its head. "Not exactly, but I know it's beyond the whispering reeds on the other side of Rumble River." The mouse hesitated. "That's a dangerous journey." "I have to try," the frog said. "Will you come with me? Your grandmother's stories might help us find the way." The mouse considered the invitation. "I've always wanted an adventure, and I'm certainly tired of this rain. Yes, I'll join you." Together, the unlikely pair continued eastward. The mouse's sharp sense of smell helped them avoid predators, while the frog's powerful legs helped them cross small streams. By evening, they reached the whispering reeds. tall grasses that swayed and murmured even when no wind blew. As they approached, the reeds bent down as if examining the travelers. "Who seeks passage?" the reeds seemed to whisper. Gathering courage, the frog spoke up. "We search for the rain tree, to ask it to remember its happy songs." The reeds rustled in what sounded like laughter. "Many seek the rain tree. Few are worthy of finding it." "Please," the mouse added, "the rain has fallen too long. The lower jungle is flooding." The reeds swayed thoughtfully, then parted to create a narrow path. "Follow this path until dawn. Do not stray, or you may never find your way back." The travelers thanked the reeds and hurried along the path, which twisted and turned through the darkness. They traveled all night, tired but determined. As the first hint of dawn lightened the eastern sky, they came to the banks of a river so wide they couldn't see the other side. The water rushed by with terrifying speed. "This must be Rumble River," the mouse said, whiskers drooping. "But how will we cross?" The frog stared at the raging water. Even with powerful legs, such a jump was impossible. Suddenly, a deep voice rumbled from the river itself. "Why do you wish to cross my waters, little ones?" The travelers looked around in confusion until they noticed an enormous river turtle's head breaking the surface. "We seek the rain tree," the frog explained. "The jungle is flooding, and we must ask it to remember its happy songs." The ancient turtle blinked slowly. "The rain tree has not sung happily for many seasons. Something troubles its ancient heart." "That's why we must reach it," the mouse said. "Can you help us cross?" The turtle considered this. "I have lived in these waters for hundreds of rainy seasons. Perhaps it is time for change." The turtle swam closer to the shore. "Climb onto my shell, and I will carry you across. But be warned, what troubles the rain tree may not be easily fixed." Gratefully, the frog and mouse climbed onto the massive shell. The turtle carried them safely through the churning waters to the opposite bank. "The rain tree stands atop the hill beyond those giant ferns. Be kind to it. Sometimes the oldest beings need only to be listened to." Thanking their guide, the travelers made their way through the giant ferns. The rain seemed to fall even harder here, making the steep hill slippery and difficult to climb. Finally, reaching the top, they saw it, the most magnificent tree imaginable. Its trunk was wider than 50 forest elephants standing trunk to tail. Its branches reached so high, they disappeared into the storm clouds. Its leaves shimmered with an inner light, despite the gloomy day. At the base of the enormous tree was an opening, like a door, into the trunk itself. "Hello?" the frog called, hopping closer. "Rain tree?" For a moment, nothing happened. Then a low, groaning sound came from within the tree, and a face appeared in the bark, ancient, lined with countless years, eyes closed as if in pain. "Who disturbs my sorrow?" the tree's voice rumbled, shaking the ground beneath them. The mouse nudged the frog forward. "We've come from the lower jungle," the frog said. "The rain has fallen for 40 days and 40 nights. The rivers overflow and many animals have lost their homes." The rain tree's bark face creased with what might have been a frown. "I am sorry for their troubles, but my heart is heavy. When my heart is heavy, I can only sing sad songs, and sad songs bring rain." "Why is your heart heavy?" the mouse asked gently. The ancient tree was silent for so long they thought it might not answer. Finally, it spoke. "For 1,000 years, birds nested in my branches. Their songs kept me company and brought me joy. But this year, no birds came. My branches are empty and silent. I am alone for the first time in memory." The frog and mouse exchanged glances, understanding dawning.
The birds didn't abandon you, the mouse explained. They've been building their nests lower in the jungle because the winds have been too strong up high. They speak of you often with great respect. They do? The ancient tree asked, its voice lifting slightly. Yes, the frog added. The toucan who helped me start this journey told me stories about you. All the jungle creatures know of the magnificent rain tree. But without songs, my days are empty, the tree sighed, and the rain fell harder. The mouse had a sudden inspiration. We could sing for you, and we could tell others to visit and share their songs too. You would do this? The tree asked, surprise evident in its ancient voice. Of course, the frog said. I may be small, but I can sing all night. Listen. The tiny frog began to sing a sweet, clear melody, the song frogs sing on warm nights when stars fill the sky. Though small, the song filled the hollow of the great tree.
The mouse joined in, adding a gentle harmony that wove through the frog's melody like silver threads. Though their songs were nothing like birds' songs, they sang with all their hearts. Slowly, the face in the bark began to change. The creases softened, the eyes opened, revealing depths of wisdom and now a spark of joy. Your songs are different, the rain tree said, but they remind me that the jungle is full of music of all kinds. Perhaps I have been too focused on what was lost rather than what remains. As the tree spoke, its leaves began to shimmer more brightly. A new, hopeful melody rumbled through its massive trunk, up through its countless branches, and out through its millions of leaves. Immediately, the rain began to soften. The dark clouds thinned, allowing shafts of sunlight to break through for the first time in 40 days. Your journey and kindness have reminded me of my purpose, the rain tree said. The jungle needs both rain and sunshine, sorrow and joy. I had forgotten balance in my loneliness. By evening, the rain had stopped completely. Stars appeared one by one in the clearing sky. From the hill, the frog and mouse could see the entire jungle glistening with raindrops that now sparkled like diamonds in the starlight. Will you visit again? The rain tree asked, and perhaps bring others who might share their songs? We promise, the frog and mouse said together. And so began a new tradition in the jungle. Animals of all kinds made the journey to the rain tree to share their songs and stories. The tree never felt lonely again, and it remembered to sing both happy and sad songs in their proper times. As for the smallest frog and the jungle mouse, they returned to their homes as heroes. Their journey became a favorite tale told throughout the jungle for generations, a reminder that even the smallest creatures can accomplish great things when they are brave, kind, and willing to sing with all their hearts. And on special nights, when the rain falls gentle and warm, then clears to reveal a sky full of stars, the jungle whispers that the rain tree is singing its most beautiful melody of all, a song of thanks for two small friends who changed everything.